Back in the 1980s, my connection with dementia was that my mom started to show signs of having difficulty at work. And fast forward, we learned that it was, the problem was really dementia. And she was in her 50s, which made it even more alarming. What our family encountered and what we kind of came about in the 1980s was that this was probably Alzheimer's. We were fortunate we lived in San Diego because Dr. Katzman was at UCSD and he wrote the white paper about Alzheimer's. So because we were very active locally, we got to know him and he said, you know, Wanda, I think your mom may have something different than Alzheimer's. And so that began this long winding journey of trying to discover what my mom really had. Fast forward 40 years, I'm in an arena with international researchers. The journey that I encountered began in San Diego. They encouraged me to find family members and find other families. We gave blood at family reunions. When family members died, we donated their brains. And so for about 18 years, we gathered as much family information as we could. And in 2006, the geneticist, Dr. Allison Goat, identified progranulin. It was a misfolded protein, and that was what had caused my mom's death. And then now fast forward an additional 18 years, and now we have 13 pharmaceutical companies interested in solving that protein of progranulin. I've really been able and been put in positions to network and bring groups together and bring programs together to really foster kind of filling in some of the gaps that are out there. And I'm very lucky that Alzheimer's San Diego has been at the forefront. They've been very supportive. For my family, we have the dementia that's frontal temporal dementia like Bruce Willis's family is experiencing. And Alzheimer's San Diego did beautiful webinar. They did a commercial, and it has really been a game changer for helping our San Diego families learn a lot more about that. It's not always Alzheimer's. There are a lot of dementias out there, and as a family, we need to know which one we have.
I see Wanda's role as holding others accountable. As someone from a progranulin family, she can speak with authenticity and urgency, and she can hold us all accountable to ensure that we're driving research forward as efficiently and effectively as possible.
So the advocacy, the helping, the supporting of Alzheimer's patients, it's, I think it's more than a job for her, it's her life. And so does she deserve it? Oh my goodness.
What is Wanda's role in the world of dementia for me? So the best way that I can describe that is, have you ever seen a video of a teeny tiny domino that knocks down a domino that's twice the size and then twice its size, et cetera, and then eventually knocks down this like 500-pound weight? If the 500-pound weight is curing progranulin FTD, Wanda's that very first domino that started it all. And to this day, Wanda is still walking along that domino line, making sure that each domino gets knocked over, that the community keeps getting bigger, and that we are getting to that 500-pound domino at the end.
And you know, it goes way beyond San Diego because she's involved in advocacy to the the Food and Drug Administration, to the scientists that are on the bench trying to identify a drug to help in this disease, to the caregivers that are caring for these patients. So it's everywhere.
Wanda is the definition of dignifying dementia. She represents what can happen when you're not worried anymore about what other people think and push aside the shame that comes with so often with dementia.
The volunteers at Alzheimer's San Diego are the same volunteers I've been with for 40 years. And it was those volunteers that were there for me when I needed most. I was part of one of the early support groups. I was 28 at the time, so I was kind of the young kid on the block. And now I have the joy of being a co-leader for one of the Alzheimer San Diego support groups.
To me, Wanda embodies all of the most effective qualities of an advocate. As a stakeholder whose family is affected by FTD, she can speak with authenticity and heart, knowing that what she's advocating for are things that really matter in these people's lives every day.
We started the race in the 1980s, and I am just over the moon. We are almost at the point of solving the problem. So I want to finish it, run the race that brought us from an unknown to now a known, and now to solutions that really will help families, not just medications that just kind of tweak a behavior every now and then, but a medication that solves the protein, that gets the protein to behave, that helps. There's no reason we can't do it, and we're on the verge of that.
From a personal perspective, that one day I'm going to be able to say when that domino is knocked over and FTD is cured, I will be able to say that she has literally saved my life. Okay, that's it.
I'm so accustomed to kind of being in the background and, trying to put teams together, groups together, nonprofits together, organizations together, coalitions together that, normally I'm out pushing other groups. But I really appreciate the acknowledgement of my 40 years. So thank you, Alzheimer San Diego.